Hey Pretty Girl Club. So today's video, I wanted to talk about being pretty at church. So as y'all know, I grew up a pastor's kid. I was in church 3 times a week for Sunday service, for Bible study, and for choir rehearsals. Yeah, I was in the choir. I can't sing though. But I was in the choir, the youth choir at my church. It was fun at the time. You know, the choir. That was fun, but I never really liked to go into church for real. Like Sunday school, like children's church. Like children's church was fun. But as I got, when you get older, you can't go to children's church no more. Because I used to have food at my church for the kids and stuff. But when I got a little older, I couldn't go anymore. I had to stay in the sermon. But anyway, yeah. So being pretty at church, for me, it was a headache. Because it's like the older women, the older women, they would police the crap out of you more than others. And you won't even be, like, I'll be wearing a skirt that's put to my knees and they'll still say something. I guess they don't want me to get male attention, even though I'm just as covered up as most girls around here. I have on a blouse and a cover, not showing no cleavage, but they'll still tell me to put like a shawl on. I think that's what it's called. So they would make me put a shawl on. If I had lip gloss, I had to take it off. Even when I sat down, they would give me like those little blankets that they give the females to cover up their lap area because they might be showing too much, you know what I mean? So I had to wear that during services. And I could take it like maybe because I'm the pastor's daughter, I should be extra what's the word? Extra modest. But y'all not doing half of this policing with other girls. I just always noticed that. Have y'all ever been through anything like this at church? Like the older women are overly policing you about how you look, and you look fine. You're dressing modest, you're respectful, but I don't know, maybe you have a shapely body and it's still too much. They'll make you feel some type of way about that. It's like I'm wearing a shawl. I don't know what y'all want me to do. And I came across this on Reddit the other day, and I just want to read it to you guys. The title is Being an Attractive Young Woman at Church. So it says, okay, I'm 19, going to try and write this in fear of sounding arrogant and vain. I know I am not ugly. Many of people have told me I'm pretty, etc. Because of this, I get a lot of male attention at church. Can anyone else relate to how awkward it is to be worshiping and having people look at you? I dress pretty conservatively. I don't know how to navigate it. It's so weird to have a pastor look at you directly in the audience so much that other people look at you too. I'm trying my best not to become vain, which is incredibly hard to do. When people act as if I'm a fairy or something. I was thinking that I should stop making eye contact with people, but that just feels unnatural and rude. That's not how I was raised. On the other hand, I do have a past of anxiety, so I could be blowing up the issue. I just want to know if anyone can relate to this. So I can definitely relate to this. Especially on the part when she said, like the pastor making eye contact. Not necessarily the pastor, because the pastor was my father, but other men in the church who were like deacons and the ushers. I would have to like, it's gotten to the point where even with some men who I feel like are Christian or religious, I notice I don't even make contact with them in their eyes. I don't know if it's an anxiety thing from this type of stuff or not, but whenever a man who I feel like is respectful and he looks like he might be a churchgoer or a Christian or Muslim, I notice I don't even feel comfortable being around him when I am dressing in, like, let's say a fitted dress or something, because I like to wear fitted clothes. now, as a grown-up, and I have an hourglass shape. And so I noticed that when I get around a certain type of men who I feel like are respected or church-going men, I get very self-conscious around them to the point where I feel like I'm exposing too much. I don't want to make them feel no type of way. Like, it's very weird. So she is not alone when she feels this way. And it's crazy how she has to keep saying, I don't want to sound vain. But this is like what we are talking about as pretty girls. We always have to reiterate that we're not trying to be vain, not trying to be conceited or stuck up. That's what it always ends up looking like. To the point where we feel like we have to defend that ahead of time. It's crazy to me. And somebody replied, it's okay to know you're pretty. It honestly annoys me when very attractive people act like they don't know. Just don't get too caught up in it or place your self-worth in your physical appearance. That's vanity. Develop as a person and consider your looks as a nice bonus. But yeah, I've been through this. It's very awkward in the church, very uncomfortable. Let me know what you guys' stories are in the church, being attractive. Do people bother you, harass you, get all up on you just for being pretty, even if you're not even dressing inappropriately at all? You're not even exposed. You're not even wearing fitted clothes. Back then, I didn't try to show my shape. My friends used to actually get on me about why I don't show my shape. So I had to, because I used to always dim my light. That's a whole nother video. But I would dim my light a lot because of how I look. I would, suppress a lot of how I look at my body and cover up a lot. I just didn't want the negative side that comes with pretty privilege, which is, people making you feel some type of way about it, like you're stuck up or whatever. And I just didn't want to deal with none of that. I wanted people to like me for me. That's why I people please, and that's going to change too. I have so much to talk about on this channel, y'all. I'm no longer a Christian. I am now spiritual, just to throw that out there. But let me know what you guys' stories are. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for listening.